Hey y'all, it's Jeannie. Welcome back. I thought that I would finish up in my traveler's notebook for this month and do a flip through, a final flip through of it. Actually, it's for April, but I'm just now finishing up working on it, and due to the inability to shop and things like that, Cheaply Chic did not come out with one for May. So we kind of had until June to do what we wanted to do. So if I can figure out where I have this in here at to get it out. This one's a chunky monkey. It's been fun working in these soft colors. If you haven't been watching, all of these papers were avocado dyed, so they're pink. How fun is that? So see, they just plop right down in the center of a traveler's notebook cover. Most of them. This is a Webster's Pages one, I believe. I grabbed it Tuesday morning one day for like $4. I have a new one somewhere around that I was gonna swap it to, that I had ordered from Carpe Diem on clearance, but I laid it somewhere yesterday. It's lost. It's lost in the rubble. So, if you are new, oh, and by the way, my video yesterday, I do apologize because, let me see if I can tighten this. I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me that is wobbly. I'm gonna try to tighten this. I was talking about how my table does not shake anymore. It was shaking so bad. That was funny. I was thinking, you just sat there and said how your table did not shake in here, and the table was shaking. Goodness. I'm gonna cover up this glass mat though so there's not a glare. Maybe. Anyways, every month, Cheaply Chic channel, go check her out if you haven't, because she has been putting out some amazingly fun content. She designs a certain number of these same exact traveler's notebooks, and she, hand makes them, or machine, and names them each month. This is Serenity. Each month has a theme. This month was like roses and butterflies. It has kind of a shabby chic vibe if that's what you choose to do with it. Each one of us on the design team sometimes go a completely different way. Like on the wings one last month, I did mine, well, I wasn't technically on the design team last month, but I decorated mine in a bohemian style, and then some of them did different styles. So it's just fun to see how everyone does theirs. And speaking of, I know there's not any more of these left, but I think there are, maybe maybe, these sold out pretty much immediately, but there's like a handful possibly of the February Cherish, and I'm pretty sure of the Wings collection from March, which was absolutely beautiful. So, and they're marked like half price, so I think. So you need to go check her out. Her link will be below. So, and that is Cheaply Chic. So far, I've had people ask, I had someone ask last night about could I show how I write in my junk journals. This is not one of my larger junk journals, but this is a small one. And I'll show you the places that I do write as I go along. For instance, I just used this, I love this color of paint, and I wrote on this paint chip, and then I wrote on the back of this little tag that I had made to put down in there. I made this a little hidden journaling spot by cutting this bag in half, and I wrote a little prayer in there and hid that. And then I wrote sideways right here and wrote all around that. Some people, and I have before, I've written in the hearts before on these, on her heart dyed paper. I'm laughing because one time during church, I remember I was writing on the heart dyed paper, and my friend, like, okay, it looks like this, but I was writing like inside the hearts, like the notes or whatever, and my friend leaned up over me and she's like, what verse did he say? And then she started trying to read my paper, and I was like turning, and she was looking at me like, what in the heck are you doing? Anyways, it was just funny. So, you know, you can write, on this page I wrote just in here. And while I didn't do that with a dark enough pen to really see, I've got to find a really good pen that I love, but I thought I found one I loved, but it was like a high school boyfriend or something. Like, I didn't love it. I thought I loved these precision pens, but they keep being weird on me, and I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to them. I don't know. I broke up with them for the moment. Anyways, so, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, sometimes it's just about getting out the words, getting out what you feel. I know Allie Brown, if you've never watched her, I highly suggest going and watching her, working her traveler's notebooks or journaling. It's just about getting the words on the page sometimes, or most of the time. And, you know, if you can't read that, I mean, if it matters to you to go back and read it, then yes, by all means, but write more clearly, you know, such as, well, that's not a good example either. Such as this. Well, that was at church Mother's Day, but like this. Write more clearly if you want to see it, but if not, sometimes it's just about getting the things out on the page, jotting down the notes. Like, I had ordered this little fabric piece, and I just wrote what it was under there. But if you just write out what you're feeling sometimes, or thinking, or jotting down, like, this isn't anything bad that I care if anyone reads, but I got out what I was thinking. It's about brain dumping, getting the thoughts off your brain so you can sleep at night sometimes. Like us women, we just tend to think a lot, you know. So sometimes it's just about that. Like, I just wrote, just playing around with the collection when I couldn't sleep. Lynette sent me this doily. It's avocado dyed, because I know one day I'll probably be like, what was up with that doily? Like, you know. So, anyways, I thought I would finish this up, and let's see. We got to go back to church in Alabama Sunday. I did not feel very well, but my daughter fixed my hair and makeup quickly, and I went. And then I come home. And I ate some sushi takeout. It was safe. And seaweed salad. And laid back down. But I wasn't contagious sick. I just didn't feel very well. Then they gave us each a rose at church, and I had that laying on my book. I snapped a picture of it. So I could put this on that page. Sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy. I do not go in order. See, I had this laying here. That could just tuck down back there. I may do some kind of flip out with the photos and then tuck it under here. Okay, so then last Sunday, when we could finally officially leave our homes, my husband was like, let's drive 5 hours to the beach and back in the same day. And so we did. And we've never done that. I've went many times, many times, but he is not a beach person. Now he loves it. But anyways, they had a lot of signs that says, we've never done that together, is what I'm trying to say, in 21 years. So the kids were like, yeah, you know, they've went, I've went, we've never all went together. They had the signs up, attention, social distancing enforced everywhere. So like, there were like 8 of us, but we had to stay, you know, separate from each family. So that was nice. I just took a picture. I just laid out and the sky was just crystal clear and beautiful. So that's my oldest daughter and her boyfriend, and my youngest daughter and her boyfriend. And my son and my daughters. So yeah, let's see. And then I don't know if I will do those. Y'all probably see those pictures a few times. I may do a little mini album with them. I may put those in an actual junk journal, scrapbooking style. You'll probably see those again. This is just life printed out in small photo off my Canon selfie in a 4x6, which I cut up into 2x3s, of what my kids and husband did like during the quarantine. Like, we could go outside and do activities, you know, privately in our state. So like, my husband was planting tomatoes. My youngest, 17, almost, saw them. No, she is 17. She's over 17. She saw these out on the back porch before it was freezing one night, and he brought them in, and she said, who's been playing beer pong? Really? Really? Because, anyways, it was funny. But then I said, your daddy's planting tomatoes. And she said, because that would be more, because that would be more normal than the other question. Touche, I said. Anyways, her and her boyfriend had fished a lot, and I thought I had a picture of them together, but evidently not. Here's my son and me on Mother's Day, sitting in church. My son fishing one day, fixing to cut those up and eat them, and I didn't get any. My husband turkey hunting. Oh, I found one of my vintage book pages of this little boy. Now, while my husband's redheaded, or bald-headed mostly right now, I found this turkey. I was so excited. But this one was what I thought would be funny, because this is probably what really happened when I wasn't out there. Okay, so y'all don't want to see all my photos, but I just thought I would let y'all know a little about me. So, let's see what we have. Okay, so backing up, this was starting the book. I just wrote my name and then Cheaply Chic Serenity collection, and started on April 1st, 2020. I think I have a process video doing this. I just journaled there and there. I've not done anything here yet, but this was probably close to Easter time, which I did not get a picture of my kids on Easter. I need to get one of like my nieces and nephews or something and put in here later, so I might just decorate it for Easter and add to it. I'll come back to that if I see something. I just grabbed out all the things that came with the collection, and then some little beach type things. Or not the beach things. I thought I did. I don't know where they went. Okay, let's see. I did go thrifting, I told y'all the other day, which was fun. So I could pull out things from that. I don't think I took a selfie of me. I should have, but I didn't. That was the other day. Ooh, I got this lace thrifting, y'all. Like, this whole pack right here. And it wasn't this price. It was like in a big old thing for like $2. I was so excited. Like, y'all can imagine. So I put a piece of that there. So I'll do this page. When we first got to all get together as a family last Wednesday night, my niece had her, just a few of us, her 11th birthday, and that was a napkin I just put on with a glue stick, and it works so much better to me than just Mod Podging. Anyways, I'm gonna do this thrifting. This was out of a little pattern thing I thought was cute. And this is a tuck spot right here, actually. This was from Jessica, this trim. So y'all need to tell me if I talk like way too much in my videos and you'd rather just like, well, I really don't know how to insert music and play it, but if you just want me to hurry up and do them and be quiet, I can do that. If you like the chatty, then, you know. In other words, I can make them shorter if I need to, if you like the shorter ones. So that was a little pattern I got, and this was off of some Rick Rack. And so you can even journal on the back of stuff like this. Like, I really do. I'll journal about going back thrifting on the back of little things like that. And I know Lynette talks about it a lot in her videos. If you'll watch them, she'll journal, you know, just on random little things. Now, she writes a lot. Like, I mean, not necessarily on camera, but. So I'm going to staple this up here. I do like using a stapler, just, I don't know, just for the, I like the little flips and tucks and all of that. So I'm going to put this in here. Well, I'll just show you. I'll just do it. I'll do it with the pen I don't like. Well, no, because I don't see the black one. That green. Oh, wait, there's my black. Oh, maybe I was mad at them because I couldn't find them. Let's see. Let's see if we want to go back to these. Well, see, they're not writing too great, but maybe it's this paper. I'm writing messy, y'all. That's hard to write on there. Let's see. And then this would have been Thursday or Wednesday. I don't remember the date. So, a week ago, we will say the 7th. Yeah. All right. Uh-oh. Look, I made all this room and now I still don't have room. Isn't that how it works? See, that's why you practice, because these little things are tricky. Let's just see. That little thing, look at that. This is why junk journaling is fun. See, I can cover that up. But I can't keep covering it up. Okay, so, yeah. That's just getting on my nerves. That's okay. Okay, one day I'm going to have a lesson on learning how to use a roller stamp. I want that Studio Calico Mega Date roller stamp so bad, but if I can't make the little one work, what am I going to do with that big one? Okay, so that was an epic fail stamping, but, okay, so I enjoyed going back to the thrift store so much. I spent way too much time and money, but got things I needed for my journals for a while now. It felt wonderful being out again, even though I mostly stay home anyway. May 7th, 2020. This is probably why I didn't feel well much of the weekend, because I was in the thrift store for so many hours on like Thursday. Okay, so here's a little piece of a pattern. Here's this. There's all my messy mistakes of stamping. I was determined to get that to work. It did once. Goodness. Okay, so is there anything else I bought that I have little pieces of? I've got a lot of stuff, but I don't have the pieces. So anyways, we'll just put ooh, I know. I did get some sunflower napkins. That was fun. But they're not beside me, so they're not gonna go here. Thought I would decoupage with sunflower. Here's one of my tickets. So I can put that there. I can put a few little pieces of the laces that I showed y'all yesterday I got. A few little snippets. Because that would be fun. I feel guilty putting it in my own journal and stuff. So I'm just gonna already put this lace down, and I'll just put little samples of these on a garment pin. Or we're just gonna use a paper clip. How about that? Or not. Just kidding. We're gonna use a garment pin. And I'm just gonna put it up. Wow, that's too much laces on that side. And then I'm gonna write on this tag how when I was showing Lynette these laces that I love, because I have some of my grandmother's, well, I've pretty much used it all now. She laughed and told me that, I mean, yes, we all love them as junk journals, but this is what they used on slips and panty laces like years ago. I did not know that. I get excited every time I find packs of these. And my sister and my mama have never told me that. And I laughed because I always get so excited. Do y'all not get excited when you get these vintage laces? Anyways, I'm going to put I learned this day. That these beautiful treasures are really vintage underwear laces. Thanks, Lynette. See, that's funny to look back and remember that. So here's my little thrifty day, and I'll come back if I find something else to put in there. So there's that page. And see, I journaled over this with a gold marker, and this was just getting thoughts out. I did this on camera one day, decoupaging with laces, all these textures. And then I put the letter that Lynette writes out each month down in there. But I can put something else in there also. This was about my mom that we did on camera. And see, I wrote here, here, and just around the places on the back of the tags. I wrote just things she likes, little asterisk marks and stuff. Could write on this tag. I made a little shaker pocket out of these flowers and butterflies and sequins. And I didn't sew it, I just glued that. This little thing came in the kit. This lace I got at the thrift store. And I had sprayed and watercolored this glassine bag and put this tag in it. So we could do, let's see, the things that were during the quarantine. We could I was trying to find my husband and that turkey. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's look for that empty page. Okay. Stop, said Tom. Stop, Mr. Turkey. You come to tea turkey. That's funny. Mr. Turkey did not stop. Down went Tom. Down went the big hat and down went the dinner. You know what? He brought that turkey home and cut it up and said we were going to smoke it. I haven't eaten or seen that turkey since then. Like, what happened to the turkey? at my house. Because I'm confused. I need to question that little situation. Now we could glue here and here and make a pocket out of this, but since we don't have a plethora of photos and we just have this one, I will journal about this because there were some funny things. But for now, I'm gonna just, I think y'all got the point of me journaling enough. I will, I'm so bad though about saying I'll journal and then I forget to go back, and always try to do it though if you're sitting in the doctor's office or whatever, because you do forget. I forget the details that I think I remember. So I'm gluing that down. And then y'all, I'm about out of Fabri-Tac, and I don't really want to go to Walmart. Okay. I was gonna back this, but I'm not. We'll just put it on here. Wait, it's gotta fold with the thing, with the crease. And the good thing about this Canon selfie is if you get glue on the picture, or water, or Kool-Aid, whatever, it just wipes right off. It's got a film on it that just wipes right off. Okay, so that will fold in. And then this was just some wallpaper that I cut a little with my circle punch, cut a circle. This was just a prayer I was writing out because I put this sticker here about be still and know that I'm God, and I was talking about how sometimes we forget about, you know, the rest of that verse that says, well, I was writing out a prayer, so I said, you said you will be exalted among the nations in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with me, and the God of Jacob is my fortress. I think sometimes I do. I just see that verse all the time, but there's another part to that. So, oh, here's my little beach things. So I think I'll put my chaotic craft room here. And I'm just gonna staple that too. Sometimes when you put on a charm, you'll find it's too heavy and you just take it off because it might get on your nerves. I'm gonna round these corners so maybe that'll lay a little flatter. Actually, I could cut that photo. And see, I can always tuck something back there too, but yeah, that rose is too heavy on this particular book, or I have it too far out on the lace, I guess I should say. Okay, so we made this little cluster, put this little piece of lace and this little butterfly. Just backed this with a book page. This has our Yahtzee score cards down in here from where we were playing this night. This was a process video, and I wrote on the back of this card what we were doing. I mean, it's obvious what we were doing, but you know the gist of it. So, moving on into the month, I wanted to use my roller date stamp. I never use it, and then when I use it, I love it. When I see it, I love it, and then now I don't want to use it on camera. Let's see. I do love how my son is smiling so big here. But I'm not going to do the floral page. Well, yeah, he graduates, and then, you know, a butterfly about growing up. I know he's a boy, but let's do that. I'm going to glue this picture. He's a very happy child, but he does not laugh very often during photos, so I did not take this photo. A friend did and texted it to me. That's why he's smiling so big. And I will journal, of course, write out something. I usually write things to my kids about how I'm feeling about them at that time on things. So, I said yesterday, they do get to have graduation a week from today. I think. I got this punch and a heart one, both of them together for $2 at the thrift store last week. They were $1 a piece. And used to, I would have overlooked them because even when I scrapbook, because punches were, unless it was like the circle punch or something. I meant the corner punch that I still have, or basic things I just didn't really spend the money on. But now, junk journaling, oh my goodness, I would use all the punches. So I'm so excited to have, like, how fun is that? Yeah, I'm gonna glue that down right there. And we're gonna see how this glue stick works for that. That should hold pretty well right there. So, there's that page done. And I can journal on the back. I can gesso over this, like with just white gesso or just white glue mixed with, I'm not sure. There's a, you can look it up on Google or whatever, but it just coats it with, covers up the words, and you can write over it. You can make it homemade. And then, so this was us playing Yahtzee. Let's see. I'll go ahead. They weren't fishing together, but I don't guess that matters. It's just things they were doing during the quarantine. But I kind of do want to be able to write about that. I'll put, this looks like a homey picture. I'll put these tomatoes. That's what my husband was, because he decided to plant some tomatoes. This says how to grow orchids, but I pulled the orchids part off. We're gonna see if this glue stick will hold these photos on. We shall see. Because on the wallpaper though, I'm gonna use this. And then I will journal about that probably in here also on a sheet of paper or a tag. about the tomatoes. Or I may just always remember the tomatoes. I don't know. You can always fold up a sheet of just coffee dyed paper. Put in there. Or all the little notebooks you have, like from the Dollar Tree and stuff, with all the little lines on them, like Post-it notes and all those things where you have tons and tons of, like this right here. Stuff like this, you know, that we have just laying around. These are great for extra journaling spots, and if they're not stuck together, just glue or staple them together. And you can even put a pretty piece of lace or ribbon over the top, or punch out a piece of scrapbook paper. Or you could use this dolly like this and put it over the top and make you just a cute little flip notebook for extra journaling space. That's a good idea. I think I'm gonna actually do this. Then I can write a little more in there, because obviously there was a lot to say in April. I don't know why I didn't take the time to say it, but this I was just playing one night, spraying on cupcake liners, and these little butterflies come with a kit. Gold thread, these little gems come with a kit. Oh, where's my little thing of gems? I folded this paper over and washed it down, and I fussy cut this rose, and I just put a little prayer on this little bookmark that I cut out of a file folder, and then just hid it in here because no one's going to take the time to pull that out and read it. If they do, it don't matter. But this was a little note from Jessica. I put the butterflies, evidently. I put renew me, Lord. I was thinking about being renewed, kind of thing. So, maybe I will put a picture of me from Mother's Day on there. I really probably wanted to use that washi. I mean, basically, yes, this is more junky than a scrapbook per se, but you can be as neat as you want to be. If you want to be really, really neat, you can do that in here, just like a, you can treat this just like a scrapbook. I mean, this is a traveler's notebook size, but the larger size, you know, junk journals, you can treat them just like a traveler's notebook. I'm like MacGyver over here, y'all, aren't I? Pulling out all these tools. She's just whipping out everything. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down, obviously. I covered up a little butterfly. That's okay. We had some little puffy butterflies come in the collection. Here's some little words. That's always fun. I can put this, well, I'm gonna put overwhelmed with gratitude right there. And then, that's not a pocket. And then I'm going to put, no, I'm not. I'm going to use that in a minute. Let's see. Let's go and put our church sign there from that day, but here is when I got the day after we got back from the beach, and it's hard on me to ride a long time for certain reasons and to go all on the same day and back. But I worked on journals, or a journal in the back there on the way there. So it kind of passed the time. And yes, I posted this on Instagram with no makeup on. All the messiness. I'm pretty real, so I put keeping it real. And then, that. Okay, this was Mother's Day back to church. And I thought I was going to put all these pictures here, but, I really don't know that they're gonna, I mean, I don't want to cover up the notes I took, so, I'm gonna stick a photo . These little ones get lost and the big ones are too big. So let's see. I'm gonna do these, trim these down. This is our sign out front. We just, after several years, moved to a new building. It says, for the word of God is living and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the division of soul and spirit and of joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Hebrews 4:12, Living Word Ministries. That's our sign out front. And I don't know if I just not, noticed it, or if it's just been put out there. But I wanted to take a picture because I thought, has that always had the verses on there? I meant the verse. Okay, so I'm gonna stick these back to back and just put them in the pocket here. Since Mother's Day was the first day we were allowed to go back. So let's see. I just stuck them like that. And they'll just be back to back. And you could put them with washi, or you could, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Well, they fit right there. But so that they will stay in, that's what I'm going to do, y'all. I'm going to washi them in. And that's called a tip in or tip out for those of you who don't know. So I just did that back to back, and yeah, that could be trimmed a little better, I guess. And then I'm for real gonna put this photo right here. I think it probably will get lost though. I mean, it normally wouldn't, but I made it a side tuck instead of a pocket. So like, if you put a tag or something, it'll hold it. But the photo is kind of, well, there's our answer. That's what we'll do. We'll stick it just like that. And I have no idea where I am on time, and you're probably like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna do the beach things right now, the beach photos, since probably went forever. Let me see. Probably not even recording, knowing me. I can't even tell, y'all. I cannot even tell. Yeah, I've got a few more pages I can do, so I am going to stop right here, and then I will have a part 2, and then I will do the final flip through. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye.